Hey everybody, what's going on? Josh right here, back again with a new video. Back-to-back videos here. So, I just did a video talking about what the Cubs did at the deadline. Now I'm going to be talking about what the St. Louis Cardinals did at the deadline. So, the Cardinals didn't really do much at the deadline, I don't think. I mean, all we did was just get 2 new pitchers. And that pretty much was it. And I will admit that this has actually been a very crazy deadline. Like I said before, the Cubs were sellers. They got rid of everybody on that team. They ended, and then of course, Max Scherzer and Trey Turner ended up going to the Dodgers. Adam Frazier ended up going to the Padres. I know the Padres they had a pretty decent deadline again. The Yankees got Anthony Rizzo and Mr. Joey Gallo. He's going to be doing really good this year in New York. Like I said before, if the Yankees don't make the playoffs, they're done. They're done. Aaron Boone is going to be gone next year if they don't make the playoffs. Just saying. But I'm looking at the Cardinals. I'm pulling them up right now on my computer. Filming this on my iPhone. And the Cardinals, they really didn't do much at the deadline. I mean, John Mozeliak, or I don't even know if I'm saying that name right. Mozeliak. I don't know if I ever say John's name right. I'm just gonna call him Mo because that's what we call him here at here in St. Louis. But they ended up trading for J.A. Happ and John Lester. They got J.A. Happ from the Minnesota Twins, who the Cardinals played last night, and won. They won the game last night against the Twins, so, good for them, I guess. But I'm trying to look it up. Transactions, this is what I wanted. My computer's being a little bit slow. It rained earlier today, so bear with me. So here's what some of the moves the Cardinals end up making. They traded J.A. Happ to the Minnesota Twins in exchange for John Gant and Evan Sisk. They traded John Gant and Evan Sisk to the Twins for J.A. Happ. That's what I meant to say. And then they also traded Lane Thomas to the Nationals in exchange for John Lester. And then they also, a few days ago, they got a pitcher from the Blue Jays also, T.J. Zook. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. Let me just say, it is just super weird having John Lester on the team. I mean, I'm happy the Cardinals did something, but, I mean, some people, and I was talking to a group chat full of Cardinals fans, and a lot of people weren't really happy about these 2 trades. Now, J.A. Happ and John Lester, I mean, they would have been nice to have in like 2013, 2014, 2015, around that time when they were a little bit younger and they were in their prime. I mean, John Lester was in his prime at that time. I remember back in the day, John Lester used to be one of my favorite pitchers. One of my all-time favorite pitchers was John Lester. I remember the very first year I played MLB The Show, I would do like the fantasy draft mode that they have, and one of the first guys I would get was John Lester. And when Justin Verlander wasn't available, I'd take John Lester. And somebody asked me the other day if you could make, like, if I had a dream team, like, of starting pitchers from the American League from that time era when John Lester was good, 2012, 2013, around that time, John Lester would have been on there. And then he went to the Cubs, and it just, I kind of lost interest in Lester. Of course, he got older. He's on a division rival. And now he's on the Cardinals, and it just seems very out of place to see John Lester in a Cardinals uniform. Like, again, don't get me wrong. I said I like John Lester. Yeah, when he was in his prime. But seeing him with the Cardinals is just very weird because if you're, like I said before, in 2013, the Red Sox and the Cardinals were in the World Series. And, of course, the Red Sox won the World Series in 2013. John Lester was part of that team alongside John Lackey, who actually joined the Cardinals the following year in the trade deadline in 2014. So, and then John Lester also got traded that deadline. I vividly remember when he got traded to the A's because the Red Sox got Yoenis Cespedes in exchange, and then Cespedes, he wasn't with the Red Sox for much longer, I don't think. I think he was with the Tigers for a little bit, and then he moved over to the Mets, and then Lester spent the rest of 2014 with the A's, and then moved over to the Cubs, and gave the Cardinals a little bit more problems. I remember 2015 opening day. We faced John Lester. We smacked him. And then he smacked us for 6 more years. And then he moved to the Nationals, and I mean, it's whatever. And then he comes to the Cardinals. It's just, like I said before, it's just very out of place. It just seems very weird to have John Lester on our team, despite all the, I'm sorry if I'm stuttering. I don't mean to stutter. It's just very weird that we have this guy on our team because for the amount of times we faced him in important games, and then, like I said before, 2013 World Series, and then when he moved over to the Cubs, we faced him a lot more. But yeah, again, it's out of place. Now, he would have been nice to have at the 2014 trade deadline when he was moved at the deadline in 2014. He would have been nice to have then. But John Lester now is like 37 years old. He did not have a very good year at the Nationals. I think he ended up getting hurt at one point. Yeah, it's just not really a good move. And then Lane Thomas, good luck in D.C. I don't really know. A lot of people didn't really care much about Lane Thomas moving over to the Nationals. And then for J.A. Happ, John Gant, I knew John Gant was going to be moved at the deadline. I knew because John Gant, he kind of struggled a little bit this year. John Gant's command's not very good. He walks everybody like crazy. And then Evan Sisk, I think he was a pretty big prospect for the Cardinals. And we get J.A. Happ, who is also pretty old. I know he's like 38, 39. Oh, there's a spider. Ah! Get away. Get away. Dad. Sorry, there's a spider. Look. You can't see very well, but there's a spider on my desk. Hang on a minute. I'm going to take care of him. There you go. He can't move. Ah! Spider. He's a cute little guy, but not right now, buddy. I'm doing a YouTube video. But anyway, J.A. Happ, John Lester, two more old guys joining our rotation. We had Wade LeBlanc join our rotation this year. He's old as dirt. Like I said before, I think we have the oldest rotation in the league right now. That is until Michaelis and Flaherty come back. Our ace is 39 years old. He's going to be 40 next month, Adam Wainwright. Wade LeBlanc, I think he's like 34, 35. J.A. Happ, like I just said, he's 38. John Lester is 37, I think. And then Kwang Young Kim, he's like 33, I think. So he's our youngest guy in the rotation. He's 33 years old. We really should have gone after Max Scherzer, but that didn't happen. And I think they tried going after Trevor Story too, but I think that trade just kind of fell off. I guess maybe the Rockies were asking for too much, and Ozzie Alec didn't agree to it, Or maybe they did try going after Story and the MLB approval probably didn't approve it or anything. I don't really know. But it seems like they really did try to go after Trevor Story because, I mean, Cardinals Twitter page was hyping it up like crazy that they were trying to get Trevor Story. Nope, Trevor Story is still with the Rockies as of right now. But kind of glad they didn't go after Story because he's going to be a free agent next year. So maybe we can get him then. But I don't know. That's just my opinion on the two trades that both Cardinals and Cubs did. As for the Cubs, they were sellers this year. Again, got to be sad watching Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez go. And then for what the Cardinals did, just 2 more old guys in our rotation. Yippee.